it's Peyton. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below because I have so many content ideas planned for the near future, and today I wanted to make a video that is very close to my heart because if you guys don't know, if you're new here, I went through about a 45-pound weight loss about 2-3 years ago now, and I did it so wrong. Like, not eating, over exercising, no resistance training, not eating the right food groups, not eating the right nutrients. No, I ended up feeling like crap all the time, and like I was losing the weight, but I didn't look good. I just looked like skinny fat, and I was having constant migraines where I was throwing up, and I was feeling lightheaded when I stood up, and I thought I was just like, I'm anemic. So I thought I would make a video today about everything that you know or think that you know about dieting and what's healthy for you. If you learned from what society teaches you, it's probably wrong. So I'm kind of just gonna do this as a little advice video, things that I wish that I knew because I thought I was doing the right thing because that's what I thought was right. I thought you were meant to lose weight and you had to run a bunch and you had to get a ton of steps in. I thought it was just like the least amount of calories as possible. Calories in versus calories out, right? So like the least amount of calories and the most amount of calories equals the most weight loss, right? Right? Is that there is no quick fix. There is no one easy way to drop weight, and like you see these magazine covers at the store and you're like, fat just fell off. Lose 10 pounds in 10 days, or like, no, that's such BS. If you are starting from a standpoint where you might need to lose like 20, 30 pounds, maybe even just 15, 10 pounds, you're trying to just get rid of stubborn fat, going into a super big calorie deficit is going to do more harm than anything good for your body. You might temporarily lose that weight, but unless you're gonna be stuck at like 1,000 calories and walking and like running 10 miles a day, that's not gonna stay off and you're gonna feel like crap. I always tell people that I work with and my clients that I'm training in the gym, you're gonna wanna focus on how you feel. The looks are gonna come with it. That's my biggest piece of advice that I can offer you, because if you are going just for how you look and you want a flat stomach, that's immediately gonna send you into a place where you're under eating, over exercising, and overexerting yourself in general, and you're gonna feel like crap, like I said. So if you're focusing on how you feel, you're gonna feel good when you're strong, when you're eating right, when you're like leaner, like you're gonna feel good. Not stage lean, you're gonna feel like crap, but you don't feel good when you're overweight. Like, I'm sorry to say it. Maybe some people are built bigger. Like if we worked out and ate the same, we would all still look different, but you're not meant to be like clinically obese. Let me tell you what happens if you decide you want to do the quick fix into weight loss and try to just drop as much weight in as little weight as possible, or in as little time as possible, because that's what I did. So let me tell you how it worked out for me. I did it. Like I said, I was throwing up, migraines, dizzy when I stood up. I was very irritable. Someone would say something and it would just piss me off for the rest of the day because I didn't have any food making me like function like a normal human. So I was just like pissed off all the time. Went to the gym and I started lifting weights and I was very weak. And then when it did come to the point where I was like, oh shoot, like I need to eat in order to put on muscle, I was eating and I jumped up to like 1,400 calories a day and I started gaining weight. Because my body was so used to eating 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day that putting it in a position where it would eat 1,400 to 1,600 was like big no-no for me. So then I stayed in that range and I started gaining weight and I started gaining muscle, and then I started feeling really good. So then I was like, I looked so far into it and reverse dieting and stuff like that, and then I realized that your body is going to adapt to what you're doing with it. So why would you make it adapt to 1,000 calories when putting the right foods into your body and getting to the point where you can eat 2,000 calories a day? Like, I mean, which one would you rather do? I always saw girls eat a lot and I was like, lucky, like they just got the good genetics, like must be nice, you know, like I just got like really slow metabolism, mine sucks, stuff like that. And then I realized that that's not the case. Sugar-free, lowest calorie, and anything that's labeled diet does not mean it's healthy. It does not. Like, stop listening to influencers and stuff like that that are like, I drink my sugar-free soda and I use sugar-free coffee creamer and I do all of this stuff because it's low calorie, look like me, I'm shredded. There are so many chemicals in what you're putting into your body when you do that that is destroying your gut health. So you know after you eat, when you get that little tummy ache, or if you don't eat, you get that little tummy ache, or you're just sitting there and you get that little tummy ache, that means your gut health sucks. It is so bad. You wanna know why? Because of all the processed food we're putting into it. I started eating whole nutrient foods. It's kind of like the Mediterranean / like carnivore animal-based diet. So I eat a lot of meat and eggs and fruit and some vegetables, and I stay away from pantry foods like protein bars, and I stay away from like crackers and Cheez-Its. Even if they're like the healthy alternatives of those things, they are so full of crap, preservatives. I shop organic now, and my body knows what to do with food. I eat, my body processes that food, it digests, and it comes out, and it just flows, and it gives me energy, and it fuels my muscles, and like that's what food is meant to do. It's not meant to hold it in your gut and make your stomach hurt and tense up everything. And even if you're hitting your macros because you're loading up on protein bars and powders, and you're like, oh, like I can eat all of this and it's all sugar-free, like you're still putting so much crap in your body that your stomach doesn't know what to do with. It's doing more harm than good. That leads me into another thing with all this. Anything labeled protein addition of something does not mean it's the better version. Is eating a protein bar better than eating a Little Debbie product or a Pop-Tart? Yes. But your gut still doesn't know what to do with it. You can get pure whey protein, you can get pure pea protein, but like they don't taste very good and they're really chalky, so like you can't do that. But any of those flavored powders that you're using, they're putting a bunch of crap in them. They're putting different types of gums in them that like thickens them to make it like a smoothie or like a milkshake consistency when you do put it into a shake. That is destroying your gut. It's gonna make you bloat. Like I said, it's gonna make you gassy. It's going to do all of this stuff to your gut that you really don't want. This one you probably don't want to hear, but it takes a lot of time. It takes so much time, and this goes back to the first one of like, it doesn't have to be the least amount of calories. You want to be eating the most amount of calories as possible to still be losing fat. You want to maximize the amount of energy you can put in your body so you can maximize the amount you're getting out. Imagine putting no gas in your car and being like, I need you to go more than usual. Like, yeah, low gas might make you like a little faster for like a minute, like more like, but then eventually you're gonna run out and you're gonna crash and you're gonna be stuck. This one's controversial, but I think, and I truly believe, and I can find so many studies that back it up, the keto diet is crap, but there are really good things you can take away from it. Keto has the right idea in getting rid of a lot of carbs. We don't need that processed stuff. We don't need all the different breads. Sourdough bread, homemade bread, but like that store-bought stuff, Wonder Bread, any of that like low carb bread, grain bread, stuff like that. There's so much crap in those, so many preservatives in there that your body doesn't need. Cheez-Its and like fried rice and all that stuff, like your body doesn't need that. But if you're getting your carbs from honey, fruit, maple syrup, these pure things that come from the earth, you need carbs. Carbs, like your body can get the energy from fat. Your body needs carbs, your muscles need carbs for so much more than just energy. Like your muscles need them. I got in trouble on one of my reels that I posted that got a lot of views, and people were like, you're fear-mongering people about food, like you shouldn't be doing that, like fear foods, like that shouldn't be a thing, that's toxic. And I'm like, maybe you should be afraid of what's in our food. I'm not telling you to be afraid of calories. No, calories are good. Calories aren't even real, bro. Like, it's energy. That's what it is. Calories are not. They're a fake made-up concept that we made up to classify food groups and stuff like that. But no, it's energy. Like, that's what that is. And you want energy, obviously. Stop reading the different calories of things and start looking at the ingredients labels. I wish someone would have told me that. Oh, let's talk about fat, bro. I am so sick of seeing fat-free versions of everything. Spoiler alert, you need fat. Let me tell you a little bit about the female body and hormones. You need fat. My body was so through the ringer. My period was coming like twice a month sometimes. Sometimes it would skip. I was getting horrible cramps, and like I was bleeding like a lot. Sorry if that's like really gross to talk about. I don't really care. But I was eating so much chicken and ground turkey and vegetables and stuff like that, just trying to get like the most amount of food that I could, because looking at beef and steak, like that is so high in calorie, and I was like, that's a lot of fat. So I was like, no. And it controls your entire hormones, which controls your thyroid, which if you don't know, controls your metabolism. So fat is good for your metabolism. I am not talking about going and getting Big Macs as your source of fat. I'm talking about pure butter. I'm talking about grass-fed beef. I'm talking about steak. I'm talking about tallow. I'm talking about duck and bison. That's the type of fat I'm talking about. At the end of the day, it is going to be a calories in versus calories out, but there are so many things you can do to alter both of those. Your calories in can be a lot greater if you're getting them from protein and whole sources. So there's this thing called the thermic effect of food. Fun fact, yeah, I know I'm educated, but basically what it means, if you don't know, is that your body takes a certain amount of calories to process different types of food. So your body is taking the most amount of energy to process and digest protein than it does any other food group. So essentially, calories that you're actually getting and holding on to with protein is a lot lower than it is with fat and carbs. So that's what that means. This is the last big lie that I'm gonna tell you, because I'm gonna run out of time and I'm not trying to talk forever in this video, but this one's huge and it changed my entire life. You guys ready? Stop drinking so much water. Like, stop walking around with your gallon jug every day. It's not doing anything good for you. You are peeing out all of your nutrients, all of it. You're dehydrating yourself when you're doing that, especially if you're just drinking like tap water or purified water. There's so much in that crap that, no. If you work an inside job and you go to an inside gym, I'm sorry, you do not need a gallon of water a day. You're gonna pee out all of your nutrients, you're gonna pee out all of your electrolytes. So what do you do to hydrate? Salt, watermelon juice, coconut water is like superior. I wouldn't recommend getting them from like Gatorade, you know? There's so many better options than that. At the end of the day, it's a learning process, it's a journey, it's a slow process. You're gonna have to learn your body, you're gonna have to resistance train. Putting on muscle is such a good way for weight loss. The body is gonna burn more just sitting around all day if you have muscle. I'm trademarking this as my saying, because I don't know if anyone else has said it before, but I'm gonna say it now that I think this is an original idea. Fitness is not a one size fits all, but I know that's been said before, but a one size fits all is still going to be, no matter what size you are, there's a structure to it. If you're shopping for shoes, no, there's no one size fits all for shoes. But guess what? Like, it's the structure of a shoe. It's gonna be foot shaped. That's the same way that health and fitness works. There's a structure to it. There's things that are simply factual and there's no way around them. You're gonna have a different size, you're gonna have different styles, you're gonna have different ones that you like and that you don't like, and that is all okay and that is great. But there is a structure and there are some things that you just can't avoid. You're not gonna find a shoe that's shaped like a shirt because that's a shirt. So it's healthy or it's unhealthy. There's no way around it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, share this with friends, share it, go follow my other social medias, subscribe to my podcast, all of it. I am so excited for the future of all of my different content ideas that I have, because I'm so just like fired up with like holistic style health and real nutrition and stuff that is not taught to us, and I just want to help people. I'm planning on starting online coaching soon. I just have so many things up ahead planned, so I'm very excited. I hope you guys are excited. I hope I can help you guys out. I'm not trying to sound so like, with these videos, you know, like I'm not trying to sound, I just want to help people, and I'm trying to like express it in a way that excites people, because like, I don't know if you can tell how like on fire I am for this stuff, but anyways, before I just keep rambling on, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.